Parts of New South Wales and Queensland are on flood alert this morning as heavy rain batters both states. Record rainfall is expected in Queensland's southeast interior and northeastern New South Wales. Forecasters say up to 120 millimetres is expected in the next 24 hours alone, and more is on the way. Major cities will also be caught in the crossfire with showers and thunderstorms set to hit Sydney and Brisbane. Severe warnings are in place as the intense weather system moves across the eastern parts of the nation.
A man had to be rescued by emergency crews and taken to hospital after becoming stranded in swollen waters following a night of intense rain in Alice Springs. 100 millimetres of rain falling in 12 hours, turning a bone-dry desert into a raging riverbed. Locals turning out in droves to witness the rare sight of the Todd River rapidly flowing and cutting a town in two. 2 weeks into November, and this is becoming a familiar scene across much of Australia. Many towns already surpassing November rain records. And now the focus is shifting to the eastern states. Queensland Emergency Services responding to more than 20 calls for help, including structural damage in the outback town of Roma, following 2 days of heavy rain and wind gusts of over 90 kilometres an hour. Across the border and in New South Wales, emergency services are preparing for the worst-case scenario.
With the wet catchments, the soils are saturated across a lot of New South Wales at the moment. With those really wet catchments, we're expecting this rain to result in some riverine flooding, but also some dangerous flash flooding and road flooding.
Rural Fire Service helicopters flying out of Sydney on their way to pre-position at towns in the state's north, including Dubbo, Moree, Tamworth and Lismore, ready to assist the state's emergency services.
If you live in a flood-prone area, if you live in a flood-prone area that is potentially impacted by the weather in the coming days, know that risk and plan accordingly.
Australians told to be prepared and to stay up to date with the latest warnings. Vanessa Hanlon, Sky News.